Howdy, it is digging day out here in Ankeny. I posted a video a while back saying we were getting ready to get going on a custom home. Well, we have finally broken ground and just kind of gonna walk you guys through what we're doing here today. We're gonna be pouring some footings. Want to show you guys a little bit about what it is that entails. So get this camera turned. So these holes in the ground here are in these forms. We dig this out and we pour these footings, and these footings are the most important part of the entire structure of the foundation. This is going to hold the entire house from sinking, settling, moving, heaving throughout history. So this is gonna hold the house in place till long after we're gone. So this is a walkout lot that we're doing. So what you're seeing here is actually the walkout wall. This is our frost wall. We have to dig these down in the ground so that we get our 4 feet of frost protection below the footing. Over here, this is the basement area, and these areas over here where you're seeing our Form-A-Drain, which acts both as the form for the concrete and as your tile system in the house. This is what actually gets the water out of your basement, keeps your house dry. So this is the Form-A-Drain. As you can see, we got a rebar in, got it on our chairs here, and then we've got this piece of white PVC called a crossover, and we drill those between the two pieces of Form-A-Drain so that outside moisture or inside moisture can travel through these freely and get to the sump pit and obviously get pumped out of the house. So anyhow, that's going to be it for today. I want to get out of the way here. We got an excavator digging, and I've got my foundation guys here getting ready to pour. So I want to get out of their way and let them do what they got to do. But that is the first video here on footings. I'll be back when we pour walls and kind of show you the ins and outs of pouring walls and how we tie those pans together. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll be back with another video just as soon as we get to the next phase of building here. We're back out here in Ankeny, kind of a windy, cold day, but we are pouring walls today. I'm going to keep this video short because we're going to have the concrete truck showing up here real soon with all of mud to fill these forms. But I'm just going to take you down and show you some of these forms and kind of tell you what these forms do and why we do what we do. And then I'll post another video when we get to the waterproofing and the underground plumbing. So this, get down this hill here. This will walk out, so it's steep back here. Anyway, these right here, these are the forms that we use to pour the concrete in. And as you can see, those metal straps right there are what tie everything together. You can see these little pins sticking through these pans with these little wedges in them. Those are what hold the pans together and keep them from blasting apart when we pour. As you can see here, this is down within the forms. You see all that rebar. We have a rebar schedule we have to meet, both vertically and horizontally, to give this foundation all the strength it needs to live long after we're gone. You can see here, this is where we step down from the garage to the basement, and you can see there where we poured our pier for our pier footing that steps down to the other footing, and you can see these pans just sit right on top of these footings. Now, that rebar that I showed you in those pans earlier, that vertical rebar that's up and down, that actually goes clear down into the footing and is poured into the footing, and that ties the walls and the footings all together so they never move with hydrostatic pressure from the outside or anything for that matter. So anyway, I hear concrete trucks coming down the road here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more, like I said, when we get to waterproofing, when we get to the underground plumbing, we'll post another video. But I'm really excited to share this one with you guys. It's going to be a beautiful home when we finish it. Thanks. Well, hello. I kind of was doing some thinking about these foundation videos, and I'm going to split this up into a few different segments. I'll post one each day, but just because we're doing this in the winter, so we're taking some extra steps that we normally wouldn't. So I just want to kind of show those extra steps that we have to take, you know, when the weather kind of turns on us. I'm trying to keep these videos real short. I don't want to bore people and things like that, but at the same time, please let me know in the comments if you want them longer, if they're too long. That'll help me kind of cater these videos down the road. Anyhow, I'm going to walk over here, and I'm just going to show you. We poured earlier, and so now we are covering the entire foundation, not just the ground in the basement where the flatwork is going to go, but the foundation walls as well, with these giant thermal blankets. And what these do is these help trap the heat in, because when we pour that concrete, it's not the air and the sunshine that make that concrete harden. It's actually a chemical reaction within the concrete called flashing. And once that flash starts, the concrete actually heats up and goes through a hardening process through a chemical reaction. So we covered these walls with these blankets and the ground so that we can keep frost out of the ground, and so, you know, we don't get any freezing in the concrete until it's fully cured. So these are the blankets that we are covering the foundation with. We'll lay those all over the ground as well, and we'll let that sit overnight, and when we come back tomorrow, we will strip the pans, and we'll get ready to do our waterproofing and our underground plumbing. And like I said before in the last video, I will post a video of those phases when we get to them. But anyhow, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you're thinking of building, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. Thanks. Well, hello. We're back again. This episode, we're stripping pans today. We poured in the last episode. We had set all our wall pans and put all our rebar in, and we were getting ready to pour. We have poured the walls. We are stripping the pans today, waterproofing, and we're going to do some pea gravel around our Forma-Drain to allow moisture to get into the Forma-Drain and get into the sump pit and get pumped out so that you don't get water in your basement due to heavy rains. So anyhow, I'm going to turn the camera here and show you a few things. So this black tarry looking stuff, which that's pretty much what it is, we use this, we spray this stuff on, we figure out where our grade is. You can see there's that tar is run at an angle. That's where we've determined grade is going to be. So we put this tar, and you notice down here it doesn't go clear down to the footing, and the reason is because this basement floor, once we get below the concrete itself, the concrete floor in the basement, we don't have to worry so much about moisture getting in through the slab, through the walls under the slab. It's really just to keep ground moisture that's up against the house from rainwater and gutters, you know, poor working gutters, whatever. It's to keep that water from seeping through the foundation and causing issues in your basement. I'm going to head up here. Here's some of the pans we've stripped, just so you can kind of see what we're doing. And then here's an area of the wall where we haven't stripped the pans. And one thing to note is you'll see that the tar, our waterproofing stops right over here. And that is because this right here, this is the garage area. We do not need to waterproof this. This is not basement. Actually, the slab of the garage is going to be a little bit higher than where that tar is there. So we waterproof the inside of the garage because we're going to have dirt and fill in there, and you know, we don't want any type of ground moisture at all getting through that foundation wall. So I'm going to come around here, and this is going to be kind of a long episode because we got a lot to cover here. So this is our pea gravel, and this pea gravel, in the first episode, when we talked about footings, I showed you guys this Forma-Drain, which is basically our tile system that goes around our footings, again, to keep the water from infiltrating into the basement. So all that pea gravel you see there, we're going to need a lot more of it. It goes down here. You can see they waterproof clear down to the footing, on top of the footing there, and then they stop and they don't cover our Forma-Drain. And that is because that Forma-Drain, we pile about 20 to 24 inches of rock all the way around this this forma drain here, and that creates an area for the water so that it doesn't clog your drain system. It allows the water in, but it doesn't allow silt in to silt the weep holes on the side of this forma drain. So as you can see here, we're gonna have to do some building up here. You can see that's where our grade line is, where we want our final grade. So you can see how much dirt we're gonna have to bring in here to get up to where we need to be. And you know, we've brought a lot of dirt in on this job already. We've brought a ton of dirt in already, so a little more is not gonna hurt a thing. Anyway, the next step of the process for us now is to get underground plumbing in, and then get the sewer and the water lines in from the city streets back here. And then once we have all that done, we can go ahead and pour our flat work in the basement and in the garage and put our concrete floors in. And then we're pretty much ready to start backfilling and getting the framers in here and get going. So I will post some more videos when we get to the underground plumbing. And I'll post some more when we get to the flat work. One thing I did want to show you guys, which I think is cool, it's one of the features that I offer people pretty much all the time when they have a covered stoop. So this is the front porch area that you're looking at here. And this is a stoop. There's going to be a concrete cap poured on top of this. You'll have steps coming up here, and this will be your entryway into the home. If you see, there's a doorway down there. And the reason is because we're going to frame a wood ceiling in here, and then we're going to pour our slab. We're going to waterproof everything, and we're going to pour a slab right on top of that. That is going to be a storm shelter for these folks once this is all said and done. And I'm telling you, these things are fantastic. You have 8 inches of poured wall all the way around, you know, all 4 sides of you. Plus, you've got an 8-inch poured concrete slab above you. Probably the safest safe room you'll ever have. You know, you put a vault door on that, and you could, I guess, sit through a nuclear holocaust if you had to. Anyway, I'm really excited to keep moving forward on this, and we'll keep more videos coming. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks.
What's going on, everybody? Oh, it's a cold December day. Very different from my summer videos where it was like 100 degrees. It's like 20 degrees outside. I've had a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Let's see, tomorrow is supposed to be a snowstorm. It's gonna be like 8 inches of snow. So we're kind of hustling and bustling today. I'll kind of turn you around and show you. So we've got the foundation poured. They're doing backfill. And I got this crazy machine just spitting out rock right now. That thing's pretty cool. We'll come on down here. We've got a lot of dirt work done. So this kind of coming down here, grading all that. So if you remember, I'll come down here, kind of give a reference point. So the dirt, the ground used to be a big bowl for the most part. So I'll try to find an old video where I was standing kind of looking back here. So this used to be where the bowl used to be, the bottom of it anyways. So they've come in and added 8 to 10 feet worth of dirt for this whole process. And we can slowly bring this hole up so we can use this whole yard on there. We are having to stay with the neighbor's foundation or the grade of theirs. So we're gonna have a pretty good hill here, but that's just for sledding, right? All the fun stuff. So we've got more loads of dirt here. They're gonna have to take the machine and level it all out and spread it all out. I'm just gonna give you a close-up of this foundation here. So that'll end up being the shed right there. Then we'll have the theater room down here, and then the kids' rooms back over there in our bar area. This area here, we'll have the covered deck up above that. But yeah, I just wanted to give a progress update video here before it snows and covers all this. Right now they're doing the flat work in the basement, so they've put down sand and rock, so that way we can do the foundation, the actual concrete floor in time here in a little while. Kind of walk this. So I want to get perspectives here, so you can see where the foundation is there. So the yard's going to kind of slowly come down and taper there. But right now, again, it's kind of a bowl. And same thing here with this tree. As you can kind of see how it all kind of just dips down. So all that dirt there is going to come this way, and this will all be kind of from this tree here, be nice and flat all the way around. So that way it'll be one nice kind of, it'll still have some slope to it, but a fairly flat yard compared to what it was. It's a really cool machine. Right there.
Well, it has been a long day. The sun's going under. These days are getting shorter, and it's getting tougher to get done what we need to get done in a day, because the days just keep getting shorter on us. But anyhow, it was beautiful earlier. We started belting sand and gravel in here today to grade the basement. The underground plumbing is not totally in yet, and that is because Mother Nature has dealt us some cards that, well, we just got to play with the hand we're dealt, I guess. And the weather has made it a little difficult to get that in. So we went ahead and graded the basement, and we do that because in past videos I've shown you guys how far these footings go down into the ground. Well, that's because we have to have frost protection. If frost gets under the footings, it can actually lift the home and destroy the foundation. So to get our frost protection, we have to have 4 feet of coverage of earth up against the foundation to keep the frost from getting that deep. So We've graded the basement to get our frost protection, so if cold temps move in, we're not in any danger there. We're going to get everything backfilled tomorrow. I probably will not do a video on the backfill. It's just going to be a guy pushing dirt, you know, up against the outside of the foundation. But anyway, we've got everything graded, and as you can see, we got a lot of stuff laying out over here, and we got our blankets back down. These blankets, again, are to trap that ground heat in and keep this stuff from freezing, so that we can finish the underground plumbing hopefully in a few days and get this floor poured, because ideally that's what we want to do. But again, we just got to deal with what Mother Nature gives us and kind of improvise, adapt, and overcome in all those situations. So should we not be able to get the underground in and get this poured, we'll go ahead and get the framers in. We'll put some temporary beams up with some posts down to the footings. We'll go ahead and get the main floor of the house put on, and then we'll block off all the windows and doors down here in the basement, and we will start running heat down here, and we will pour after the fact. So that's our backup plan. You know, that's plan B, and I'm just hoping that we can do plan A just because it's easier for everybody. Anyhow, the next video will probably be, we're supposed to be getting sewer and water brought in out front over here Wednesday, and we will see what Mother Nature deals us. If we can't get it in, we'll have to postpone that, but the next video will be when we get sewer and water going, and I'll show you kind of the ins and outs of doing that. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and again, comments are welcome. If there's some things you see that we could be doing different that would improve these videos for you, let us know. Otherwise, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. Again, I appreciate it. Happy holidays to everybody, and we will see you on the next video.